What's going on, my ASVAB party people? Coach Anderson here. Let's go ahead and go over a word problem that involves percents. We're working backwards here. It's a challenge question that a lot of people need to be able to know how to do, because it's not always about knowing how to work forward. It's about knowing how to work backwards. Because if you know how to work backwards, that means you can spot those key phrases and key elements of a problem that you can tell, not just the topic, but which direction you're going in. And this is awesome to know, and it's going to give you a higher score regardless of which topic it is. So with that said, before I begin, we do have this class coming up tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time for 2 hours, where we're going to be going over tons of problems like this, and you can only be in it with my ASVAB All-Access Program. So if you haven't heard about it, it's honestly the most affordable program there is for the ASVAB, and you get a ton of resources to make sure that you're supported in a personal way and in your learning style. Things like getting the recordings to all the classes so you don't have to work around family or work commitments. Things like having a ton of practice problems, over 2,000 with 800 math problems having video solutions. Practice tests to help guide you along the way, as well as being able to text me whenever you need help. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the description here somewhere. There's a link somewhere. Check it out. I promise you it is worth it. And you can hit me up if you want to. There's my number. Feel free to text me. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to kick this problem's butt. That way we can lead into that class later on today. So first things first, when we're doing a word problem, first things first, what do we always do? Read the question. And so if you're in my classes already, you have probably said that along with me when I said read the question. I got you. But if you're not in my classes, you're going to learn. I got you. So first things first, read the question. The whole if she wants to, that's not the question. The question is, how much must she make in total sales? That's the question right there. So right over here, how much must she make in total sales? So essentially what we're asking is the dollar amount for total sales. Cool. Sounds good. I don't know what that means yet, but I know that's what we're looking for. We are looking for blank in total sales. Now, yes, you may be looking at the word total and you may be thinking, well, we're going to add something up, right? Be careful. Total just means the entire amount. And a lot of the times, yes, it does mean added up to get there. But other times, well, it really depends on the topic. It depends on what we have to work with. So we're looking for total or the entire amount. Okay? So that's what we want. Step number one in every word problem is, what is it that we want? Now let's take a look at the information that we have. What do we have to work with? Because if we know what the goal of the problem is, or what house we're trying to build, well, then let's take a look at the information, like what's the location, what's the foundation like, is there a lien on the property, all this good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and check this out. Step two, let's gather the information. Let's let the problem develop. Here we go. Geraldine works as a sales agent. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for the context. She earns a 4% commission on each sale she makes. Okay, that's important. Let's go and highlight that. Earns 4% commission on each sale. Sounds good. So Geraldine earns 4%. Earns 4% on every sale. So if there's a sale, you multiply that by 4%, and that's going to be her commission. That's the thing right there. That's one of the hints of the problem. That's one of them. So we make a sale, multiply that by 4%, and we'll get the commission. Okay. Now look at this. How much must she make in total sales? So whatever that number is that we have, that's what we're multiplying by 4% to get Geraldine's commission. I'm going to write that down in a moment, so don't worry, but I got you. It says if she wants to make a $450 commission, let's go ahead and highlight that. So we want a $450 commission. So the commission was, or will be, $450. Okay, so you may be looking at this and you're thinking, well, we multiply the 450 by 4%, right? No. This is why it's so important to understand how percents work and how to notice whether you're going forward or backwards. Because remember, the 4%, you earn 4% on the sale, not 4% on the commission. That doesn't make sense. Your commission is the result. The commission is what you get after the sale's done. So with that said, we're looking for what we need in total sales. So this is where things happen now. So I'm going to go and zoom on over here. I'm going to zoom on in, and here's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is this. Let's write this in English first and then translate it into math. So what we're saying is, so the percent of the sale equals the commission. Yes or no? Is that true or false? Just speaking in plain old English here. The percent of the sale gives you the commission check. So let's say, you get whatever percent on buying or selling this $1 million home. Cool. You take the percent of the commission on that $1 million home, and let's say that percent turns out to be like $20,000. Cool. Then that $20,000 is mine. That's my commission. So notice what I just did there. I took the percent of the sale, and that gives me the commission right there. So again, think about it in English, because this is how it's going to show you that you're actually going to be working backwards. Because here we go. The percent, so 4% of the sale, which is what we're looking for, So the 4% of the total sales equals the commission, the $450 commission right here. Right there. So we circle that nice and easy, the $450. Booyah. So now that we're looking at that, now that we can see it with my big old head out of the way now, check this out. This is pretty neat. Because we know exactly what the setup looks like. We just turn this into math and solve, and we are good. How do I know how to do this? Just like this. What do we do with a percent? Before we multiply, we turn it into a decimal. And what do we do? How do we do that? We take that decimal place, move it over twice. So it's going to be 0.04. Remember, a percent is out of 100. So if you divide by 100, which is the same thing as moving that decimal place left 2 times, we will get 0.04 of, meaning multiply, right? The total sales, which is again what we're looking for. So we'll just write T for that. That's going to equal the commission that we want, which is $450. So now that we've set this up, we know we've set this up properly. Now all we have to do is figure out what T is. And this is what I mean when I say that we're working backwards, because we're going to be dividing both sides by 0.04. Right there, right there. And once we do that, guess what? On the left side, cancels out, leaving us with the T that we want. So we'll have T equals whatever that is. Now, if we want to go ahead and perform this division, and you're looking at this with decimals like, I don't like this at all. Hey, you're not alone. A lot of people say the same thing. But what you can do to actually make your life easier when dividing by decimals, remember this with fractions. Whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom, right? Whatever you do to the top, you must do to the bottom. And so what that means for me, at least, is, hey, if I wanted to just get rid of this decimal and move it to the right 2 times, I would take this decimal right there, move it to the right 2 times. Make my life easier. I'd make my life easier, just like that. So that turns into, let me just move this over here. That turns into 450 with 2 extra zeros divided by 4. That's what that turns into. That's actually nice and easy, right? That is nice and easy. Let's take care of business and let's have a good time. So here, we'll divide 4 into 45,000. So 4 goes into 4 one time, subtract that 4, then bring the 5 down. 4 goes into 5, again, 1 time, subtract the 4, you have a 1 left, brings down the 0. 4 goes into 10 2 times, because that's gonna be 8. Let me get my big old head out the way, that's a 2. Bring that other 0 down, that's gonna be 20. 4 goes into 25 times, that's gonna be a clean, that's gonna be clean right there. And then we still have that other 0 coming down. 4 goes into 0 times. So it looks like to get that commission check of $450, it looks like Geraldine's gonna have to sell $11,250 worth of a home, which is actually, or is that, we're talking about homes here, or we're talking about just regular sales? Sales agent, okay, cool. Because I made the analogy of a home. But it just looks like we just need to sell $11,250 worth of whatever to get that commission check of $450. And that's it right there, my party people. That's it. So if you want to learn more about this, if you want to have a much easier time with word problems and percents overall, then come join the class. It's a 2-hour class. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's part of my program, and I promise you, you get way more than what you pay for. I'm here to support you all the way until you pass. And so if you have any questions, again, here is my phone number right there. 567-698-8867. Say that you saw me on YouTube and you want to learn more about the program. There's also a direct link to the program in this description. That way you can watch a video on how it works and keep moving forward the right way. With that said, I'm Anderson, your ASVAB coach, and I'll see you in the next video, and hopefully I'll see you tonight. Let's get there.